Non-profit report is going live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of the Nonprofit Report. Your host for today, Jorge Villalobos from The Best Restoration, and in the production, like always, Elio La Fiesta Piedra. I want to initially say thanks to everybody for your messages. Personally, was a couple of weeks really tough. I lost my mom, and that was kind of crazy. But I know that she's better right now, and I'm better too. Then I really appreciate for all the messages, and thank you for this. Also, I want to say that congratulations to a lot of the nonprofits that they have their events. Elliot was in a couple of them and was incredible, especially from the Kyra project. I think that was incredible, and thank you again for always thinking in help others. I think this is the message of this program. And today we have a special day with Angela Howard. She is representing YMCA. She is the leader for the last 2 years. We're gonna have the chance to have a nice conversation with her. And Angela, welcome to our program, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Do you hear all these applauses? It's for everybody who is outside waiting to hear you.
Thank you so much.
Angela, tell us about you, because we had a conversation before we started, and I heard that you came from Ohio. But tell us about, before you came from Ohio, tell us about your story, because we want everybody to know in the other side of the program is why you are here. What is your motivation? And also, what is the way that you're going to move YMCA to where it is right now to the next chapter? Tell us about you.
Well, first, to tell you about me a little bit, I have to tell you about my family.
Yes.
And so I have an amazing husband I've been married to for 29 years, 3 adult children, and a beautiful 3-year-old granddaughter. Mm-hmm. And so been working with the YMCA for almost 17 years now. And so prior to deciding to come here in Gainesville, even to apply for the position here in Gainesville, I had to think about my family. Mm-hmm. Because we're very close, and so the transition would affect them as well. And so looking through and deciding where we were going to move, saw here in Gainesville that there was a love by the community for the YMCA. And my heart is always to serve the communities that I'm in, to serve people, and how do I help make the biggest impact and bring forth what is needed within the community. And the love that I saw for this YMCA by the community, understanding their history and challenges that they had, they saw the need. And so for me, that was a no-brainer. This is a place that I need to go, mm-hmm. because there's so much love there. And with the love, then I can move forward to help serve.
Absolutely. And how was the transition for your husband and your kids? Your kids already are independent, and they, mm-hmm. I get my celebration of 27 years with my wife a week ago.
Yes,
then I know what are you talking about. 27, 29, we are in that.
That's right.
Elio has like 3 or 4, and he's already celebrating every month, still in this celebration. But tell us about how was the transition for you, obviously, and for them. And
it was well. I mean, my husband and I, we actually prayed over it before we made the transition, mm-hmm. and so it was fine with us. We were empty nesters at the time, but then within about a year, we had 2 of our children and a granddaughter here.
Oh.
By that time, and then my mother. Because biologically I'm an only child.
Uh-huh.
So my mother and my stepfather came as well. So now my family is here with me.
And let me tell you something really private about it. Now they are Gators, or still they are Ohio State fans? We have to be sure that we are in the same boat. You know, this is what I...
Well, I have to tell you, I wasn't an Ohio State fan, so even though I'm from Ohio,
Okay.
so it's okay.
That's opened the door for a lot of contributions. You know, remember that this is important when we just have this clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and tell us about then, you just came and you get in YMCA, and what did you find there? Because obviously, for you, the experience is like what I found and what I trying to achieve here. Tell us about this process.
Well, with the process, understanding coming in, it was rebuilding. We needed to look at transitioning and rebuilding a Y that flourished years ago, but because of some challenges over time, had a lot of struggles. So now how do we turn that ship around and what the process is? And so that's what took place. Like that whole first year was to really analyze what was going on, what were the effects, and what was the best plan to try to turn the ship. But then the pandemic hit as well. But I will say the pandemic in a lot of ways was kind of a blessing because it gave us time to slow down, breathe. And so some of the things that we learned in 2019 when I started, now we were able to take the time and implement and start putting things into place because everything had slowed down. And so today we are still moving forward. We're so grateful 2 years down the line, we are still here, which most people don't realize. They think we closed back in 2016. But we are still open and we are still moving and providing services for our community.
You didn't come to in a better time for everybody knows that when you are driving in 34th Street for 53rd to 39th Avenue, we are open. We are on business. We have a message here. So good to see you both. Great work from two incredible leaders in our community. North Central Florida is lucky to have you both doing the most of our residents and this place we call home. I really appreciate it. David Roundtree and Angela is amazing. David, a big hug for you, man. A really good friend of our program and also to everything that we do. By the way, I just want to mention something that for you also it was really important, and you mentioned to me this before. You were the first woman taking the leadership of YMCA and the first person of color. Tell us about how was this experience? Because, you know, I'm a Colombian guy. Then I know exactly what is to be the first one, being in a board where everybody is American, and you know, this is you come to bring the energy and you bring the good things. Tell me about what was the big challenge for you? Because has to be a nice moment for you. But what was the challenge?
Well, anytime you are the first. You're considered a trailblazer. So basically, you're doing all you're doing all of that, you know, that digging and that deep work, seated root work that you can open up doors of opportunities for those to come behind you. And so, as anything, this is what the transition. I think it's unique. But at the same time, it's not. It's more fitting. Coming in 2019 with looking at rebuilding the YMCA and trying to transition the ship ties right in directly with the trailblazer mentality, because now we have to make shifts. We have to do things so that we can ride it into the right direction, start moving towards that horizon, and at the same time opening up those doors to bring more people with us and helping people to grow and to have opportunities to sit in the seats just like I had an opportunity to be in this seat.
That's wonderful. And especially when you say to do the changes and make the shift, I'm going to recommend for the people who like to read. It's a book from John Maxwell. The name is Leadership. It's not leadership, it's leadership. How with the time you start to adjust yourself to the new conditions of the world. My personal good friend Tom Ziegler, he wrote a book few months ago talking about all the challenges that we have after COVID-19. Think about it, and it's not it's the challenges in the thinking process, how everything is going to be from now, and how we have to be how we have to adjust to all these conditions. But tell us about now. You have a nice team. Now you have to start to improve a lot of the process that you have inside. I heard that you are trying to update a lot of the maintenance situation to try to get update with the city and with the location. Tell me about your programs, because the people want to know exactly what MCA does for our community, because I know that not only cover for young people, the only thing that we see sometimes is the pools, and we see, everybody's there. But tell us about all the programs that you have and exactly how you are helping our community.
Yes, and you brought up pool because the pool is part of what we do. But we are not, we consider ourselves not a gym and swim like most people see us, but we utilize what we have as our amenities, as our assets to better what's going on in the community. So since you talked about the pool, we offer swim lessons and safety around water programming, which this is programming to address drowning prevention. And most people don't think about, when they look at the pool, oh, I'm just going to go swim. But reality is we're around a lot of body of water, and so many children do not know how to swim. Last month was Water Safety Month. And we know during the pandemic, we've seen a significant increase with childhood drownings. It was accidental just because kids have no fear. They see it, they go get in it, and that's it. But we're here to say, let us help you make sure that your children have the safety skills that they need, that if they're with, a friend or grandparents and someone around water, if they go in, then they can save themselves. And so when you spoke about pool, we do safety around our water. We do swim lessons. Those are very important aspects for us to help our community. We also have summer camp. And we got summer camp coming up right now. And through summer camp, we like to share experiences. So we're doing around the world this year and educating and teaching the children about different experiences. They're going to get their hands on coding and animation. They're going to take care of a butterfly garden that was just put in by the Florida Museum. They're going to learn different cultural dances. So for us, we like to use our facility and our programs to educate and empower young people. We're going to be doing a counselor in training for teens. Start building in them the skills that they need to be able to go get a job, because we do see ourselves as workforce development. We partner with outside entities to work with teens to build them the skills to get a job, but we also work with adults to help provide soft skills so that they can go out and get a job as well. Group exercise classes, we have a variety of group exercise classes depending on what your needs are. If it's yoga or if you're a seasonally matured adult, we have third party what we call medical insurance, where they pay for them to come in and have a membership at a facility so they can come in and meet friends and socialize as well as working out during that time span. We are looking to bring back our tumbling classes for beginner babies who want to learn how to do gymnastics, or at least they want to try it out. So some of the service that we look at how does it impact the community as a whole, to benefit in them and provide skills that they need overall. So these are some of the programs that we're offering at this moment. We look to offer more once we, as we all suffer from staffing shortages, bring more in. But those are some of the major things that we're looking at right now in those programs.
This is crazy, because I haven't heard about all the education for the adults. Sometimes you get missing translation is that they have these programs is available for the people.
Yes.
And something that is really, really, really important that the people sometimes forget, and we do some classes about it. We do some videos for the blue collar workers, teaching them about the soft skills. This is something that the people don't understand. What is soft skills? I'm really good with my hands and I'm extremely good. but you don't know how to talk with people. You don't know how to, dress properly to go inside of a customer house, how you don't scream from one side to the other asking for a screwdriver. A lot of things that as soon as you learn, then you add a little bit more to the skill part. Now you do the personal part, and the quality part start to get better. And the result, most of the time, obviously, is for the business that you work. And if you are a one-man operator, that's going to be great. But most of the time, it's going to help tremendously the person, because they're going to understand how to be a nice person and how to do it better. Tell me about the sports, because the part of the sports, we were talking about the young basketball players and all these things. How you plan these for the next future?
Sports we don't have going on at this moment, and we're working towards really assessing what our sports programs are, because we understand that a lot of people in the community, there are a lot of sports entities, and we don't want to duplicate or compete against anyone. So we are actually assessing our sports area to see what are the needs in our community, what is missing that we can move forward to and start providing those services instead of duplicating or as some people may go into cost wars and all of that. We don't want to do that. We want to serve, but we want to serve in an aspect that we're not competing, but what is it that our community needs us to do? So we're actually assessing our sports department to see what it is, because it could come out as simple as someone says they want to see us do more dance. Looking at the arts up underneath, or there may be something that comes out of it, fencing. I don't know, some things that they may look at differently. So we're doing a full assessment of our sports department to see what should we actually be doing.
Absolutely. And I think it's really clear for you. We're going to have a really short pause for a few minutes, but we're going to have Angela Howard again to the second segment, because we still have a lot of information that we're going to provide to everybody. Give us 2 minutes. We're going to come back in a second. Thank you.
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disaster.
Hello everybody, this is Elio Piera here to tell you that we are in the age of the 3 C's. Yes, in case you haven't noticed it, the 3 C's. Accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. So what are you doing to stand out, to make a difference within your industry, within your market, to become an influencer, a voice, a powerhouse within your market? Well, let me tell you, we are what you're looking for. We have what you're looking for, what you need. I'm telling you, you need your own custom podcast to start reaching the numbers, to drop everyone's attention out there and to make a difference. Because let me tell you, if you don't jump in the train today, you're gonna see the train leaving from far behind. And let me tell you something else. This is the age of the 3 C's. Overwhelming complexity, tremendous competition, and accelerated change. So what are you waiting for?
Spring is here. Call the best restoration for all of your cleaning needs for every surface in your home. Get rid of stains and pet odors with state-of-the-art carpet, rug, and upholstery cleaning. Our expert technicians will make your tile and grout look like new. Improve your in-home air quality by removing pollen and pet hair with our nationally certified air duct cleaning. Call the best restoration, masters of disasters today.
We don't call it restoration, we call it restoration. The best restoration, masters of disasters.
Spring is...
Thank you for this day. This is incredible, Angela. It's a lot of information that, even I was telling you that I was to your building. I don't know how many times we cleaned the floors for you. I remember that you have some showers in some areas that we have to clean it. And by the way, I use I used your floors like a marketing material because they were really bad.
Okay. Well,
And, was good for me the before and after, but I'm happy that and I'm pretty sure that the community need to know this. They are in a process to try to improve their building and try to come back to what this was before. For the people who were here in the 15, 16, 17, the buildings still they were in a better condition because you know people were and was a little bit more of money there and possible a lot of things. Now it changes. Now COVID obviously hit the last year, and obviously everybody who is here, I haven't seen anybody that sit with us that say COVID didn't affect us. That was
did.
tremendously like everybody get affected. But tell us about your projects from now to the next year, about how contractors like me and contractors like the AC people that is outside, companies that they want to help, but we have people that call us and tell us, hey, how I can help, because they want to do it. Tell us about how you or what kind of help you are looking for right now, and how some contractors can come together to give you a hand.
Of course, we've been, since I've come in 2019, we had 15 AC units that were all probably 15 years old. And so we've been able to raise some funds to start replacing a couple of them, but we still have many more that need to replace. They're on, as they say, their last leg. They're just hanging on. We keep them going enough until we'll be able to replace them. But that is one major project. Another project is going to be actually our outdoor space. We're on about almost 11 acres, and we have a lot of fencing. And so looking at fencing, some of the fencing, it's old. It's been there for a long time. And so we know we need to do some upgrades with fencing to make sure that we have everything covered in space, blocked off, just to make sure that certain areas children cannot get to for their own safety purposes.
Yes.
So fencing is a massive project that we have. Looking at our space, we just have so much. We have so much space, parking space. We know we deal with flooding when it rains in our back lot. So these are just some of the things. Also inside of our facility, we have some things that need to be addressed inside the facility as well. So we have several projects. Eventually we will embark into a capital campaign eventually, because we have that many projects.
Well, it's a nice message. We found out that a lot of our friends are in your board. Then we have to put a group. Elio, what happened if we put this, the YMCA Gainesville friends, or local friends, something? We have to put something together to give a hand to Angela and to especially to these buildings, to see how we're going to do it. By the way, I want to tell you something that you referred in the previous part of the program about how important it is to teach these kids to swim and how to be. By the way, my daughter that worked in Tampa for the Hillsborough Community College in a special program for young kids and young education, she sent me the picture of a nice big box truck that they used to go around the neighborhoods. They select one of the apartment complex that has a pool, and then they bring the kids and they teach them how to swim. This is just amazing. Then I was thinking, as soon as I put this in the chat and in the Facebook, a lot of people came to me and he said, hey, what a nice idea.
Yeah.
We have to think about it, because this is what we have to do, is to how to implement things that other people is doing and it's working for them.
Absolutely. And that is one of our dreams moving forward, once we can build and we get past, looking at staffage and build up our staffing, we want to go. We want to take our Safety Around Water program to the community. Our aquatics director is ready, but we know we have to build the staff to go with us. And then anyone who wants to partner, I will tell you, I love partnerships. I love collaborations. If we don't have to do it all. We're not looking to do it all. We are truly a sense of community, and we want to represent community. And so if there's opportunities for us to partner with entities out in the community and apartment complexes and open up doors for employment for families that live there and give them the skills that they need, that we can train them and then we can put them back in their community so that they can teach the children, we would love to do something like that. That would be amazing.
You're here for the people who is there. Think about it, because it's a lot of things. I love when people come here with ideas. I know that everybody, most of the time, we have to hear is about problems and about how we can fix it, and about we need to raise more money because we need it. But definitely when we have ideas that require is just the responsibility that we have for living this community. I think this is who live in Gainesville. We have a program before this, and Elliot was talking about how important it is, even if we have to pay a little bit more of taxes, how important it is to live in this community, because definitely it's bringing us a lot of things. I heard also that you are trying to get a plan for an event at the end of the year, possible in the fall if it's not for 2022.
Right.
But please be sure that you can use the program to promote the event. And also, I know that a lot of people in the Coalition Foundation, they are pushing all these nonprofits to make them work.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Send us a message to everybody who is hearing you today. They are right there in the TV. Tell them what exactly you need and how we can help you to achieve all the plans that you have. By the way, I'm going to tell you congratulations, because I'm pretty sure that you know that you are doing an incredible job.
Thank you.
And a lot of people, they have to know that YMCA is kind of our foundation. Think about it, is our kids. Even if our seniors, sometimes, we getting old, what are we going to do if we don't have a place like YMCA? Think about it. Then tell us your message, Angela, to everybody, please.
Our message is we're here for you. We are a place for everyone to belong. And we want to partner. We want to collaborate. We want to make sure that we are serving the needs of our community. If there are things that you may think of that you say, hey, this is what is missing in our community, these are some service gaps, we want to be there for you. We're not competing with anyone else. We're just here to serve and make a lasting impact on our community. We love everyone that comes to our family. We don't care if it's a member, if it's a guest, it's community. We are all family. And we feel that if we all come together, we are truly better together. It's not about one, it's not about two, but it takes a community for a community to thrive. So we just want to be a part of that community. We want to serve that community. And if you ever want to volunteer time, we are a volunteer-led organization. We were founded on volunteers, so we want to see those volunteers come in and help us so that we all build up. When we build each other up, then we become the best that we can be.
Somebody need a little bit better gas to start the week. I don't think that we can do something like this. This was amazing. Jorge, love, what are you doing? Charles Ricky, member of the board. Hey, I just want to tell you, Charlie, you are a leader here in the community. I want to put my heart in to try to do the project for the new swimmers in Gainesville. We have to put people together to try to build this with YMCA. Now we have a partner, that is right. YMCA. come on and we work together. We're going to get you a surprise in a few weeks, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to make it work.
Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
again for your time. Thank you, Elio, in the production, like always. Very nice job. And this was Jorge Villalobos, your host for today from The Best Restoration. I wish you a really nice week. And thank you for being here. And Angela, thank you. Was an amazing program.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today. This was wonderful. I love having this time with you today. Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you next Monday with a new program. We wish you a really nice week. And don't forget, use your heart. It's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction if you use it. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day. Great job from John Rollins. Thank you for your message, John. I really appreciate it to be here. Thank you again to everybody.
The Non-Profit Report is going live in 3, 2, 1.